Good morning, everybody. Um, just looking at this beautiful sight this morning. Wanted to share it with you guys. Hopefully, I can get it here. Let's see. I can't zoom in, so can you see that? Beautiful American flag there, waving in the wind with that beautiful sunrise. Here, let me get a better shot for you. There you go. So, been kind of busy with work the past day or two, and haven't really been able to talk about a lot of things that are going on. So I figured I would make a quick video this morning. Just gave my daughter some breakfast. She fell back asleep. My wife's asleep. So I'm gonna have some coffee with my puppy dog here and talk to you wonderful people. So, Hunter Biden, huh? I know that the media is going to try to cover this up, and I think that's the one thing that we should be very vigilant on, or be very repetitive with, is the fact that a lot of the media will try to cover this up. A lot of the media, I mean, even Facebook and Twitter, well, maybe not Facebook, but I know that Twitter for sure has already suspended accounts, has already refused to allow people to send out tweets about this, send out even direct messages about this. Look, Joe Biden is a criminal. Even when it comes down to his time in his 47 years in government, he's a criminal. He has sat for almost 50 years in public office. He has collected taxpayer dollars and filled his pockets with them. And now we have evidence that he's worked with Ukraine, worked with China, and he's even admitted this in interviews where he's bragged in domestic relations or foreign relations forum, where he says very proudly that you fire the son of a bitch or you're not getting the money. And he had to have thought that this wasn't going to come out. And the series of events that have unfolded for it to come out are spectacular. I mean, things really have to fall in place for this to happen. And Hunter Biden is just a fucking idiot for allowing it to happen. I mean, who leaves their laptop at a computer shop when you have, private government information on this? I mean, this is a security risk. And if it wasn't for the patriot that runs the shop, and I don't know how he falls on the political spectrum, I don't care. He did the right thing by notifying somebody and turning it in. If he would have turned it in at the wrong time or to the wrong people, we would have never found out about any of this. So we are blessed to find out about this. Now, supposedly, more information will be dropping today about the China ties between the Biden family and China. So we'll just have to see what goes on there. But I mean, it's known that Hunter Biden had a working relationship with the Ukraine and criminal factions of the Ukraine. Now there's just a ton of evidence for it. And I mean, like I said, they're going to try to cover this up. They're going to try to hide this. And I don't blame them. This exposes more than just the criminal faction of the United States government. This exposes way more than that. It exposes the hypocrisy of the left in a way that they themselves have not been able to do, and they are very good at exposing their own hypocrisy. The past 4 years, we have been put through the ringer. Trump has been put through the ringer, and the president's supporters have been as well. Being called everything from Nazis to fascists to, fill in the blank. And now it's exposed that this entire time, this entire Russia collusion was them. Guys, we are sitting in a crazy time. And never in history has there been such a volatile political atmosphere. Maybe during the Civil War, maybe during the American Revolution. But to compare now with those two things, with those two events, is a scary thought, because this is a political revolution right now. This is the most important election that we will probably ever be involved with in our lives. And I'm not saying that lightly. This is a very, very, very important election, because if Biden would get into office, we are then saying that we're okay with the corruption, that we're okay with our country being sold off to other nations, and we don't care how those nations treat their people. We're okay with the Uyghur Muslims being slaughtered and put into concentration camps. We're okay with people being starved. We're okay with people lying and, releasing viruses and then lying about it, and just everything. If we let Biden into office, we're saying that that's okay. We're saying that it's okay for our foreign relations to have a price tag on them. That if you fill the president's pockets, or you fill the vice president's pockets, or you fill a government official's pockets, that it's okay to do whatever you please. And that's not the way that America should work. This is not what this country stands for, and that's why this country was brought up and put into existence in the first place. It's because those things are not okay. Tyranny is not okay. So, like I said, just stay conscious of the fact that it's going to take a fight for this to not be covered up, because they're already trying to cover this up. They're already trying to cover it up. But with every person you tell, with every person, word of mouth will get this around. Word of mouth. We have the access to the internet, which is really what has turned all of this upside down. Never before have so many people been able to communicate about ideas and news and things that are going on as fast as we can right now. We need to utilize that. But we also we need to not forget how we can utilize word of mouth. If you tell one person, show them the evidence, show them what has happened, show them. A lot of people that are claiming to vote for Biden are not even aware of anything more than the media's bias on Trump. They think that because Trump is this bad man, orange man bad, that Biden will then be the better candidate. And when you show them what he has said, when you show them what he has done, and more importantly, what he has not done in the 50 years that he's held office, you're able to change minds. If you really, really put your put boots on the ground and do the work. Show people, tell people, talk to people. Don't get mad immediately when they don't believe you. Show them the evidence. We're able to turn this around. We are in the time of a political revolution, and there's a revolution can always end one of two ways. Now, when I talk to people in my comment threads, COVID. When I talk to people in my comment threads, a lot of times it'll kind of start to turn to a sour conversation. And I always try to take it back to, look, I respect your thoughts, I respect your beliefs, just respect mine. And a lot of times that they, start to talk about, I don't know. A lot of people are just focused on the wrong things. And like I said, this time right now in politics is huge. And it can go one of two ways. We can allow the corruption that's been in the United States government for a long time, or we can dismantle it now. And I don't mean dismantle the government, I mean dismantle corruption. Get rid of the corrupt people. The people like Pelosi that will allow people to suffer and lose their very lives, their livelihoods, their homes, their children, lose everything because she doesn't like who the president is, or because she wants to jam some extra shit into the COVID relief bill, the stimulus relief bill. We can't allow things like that. We can't allow the Biden family to be a crime family running for president. We can't. And the only way, like if you look at the left wing and how they're handling their revolution, this is what I was saying, was there's two ways that this is going to end up. And if you look at how the left is handling it, they're handling it with violence and silence. They're silencing people. They're not allowing people to share ideas. They're not allowing people to discuss topics. We need to do the opposite. We need to let people talk. We need to address the issues rather than try to hide them. I gotta go. I'll get back at you guys later on. You have a good day.